Welcome to another one of Andrew's book reviews. Today's book will be The Magicians by Lev Grossman, approximately 402 pages. The first of a three-book series simply titled The Magicians. And the series is also referred to as The Magicians. First one I've actually ever read by Lev Grossman as well. Like most books and books covers, they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, this book has a lot of praise in it as well. I'd also say don't judge a book by its praise. But first, a brief plot summary. See, Quentin's our main character. He's a highly intelligent kid who's also a miserably depressed kid. When he gets the chance of a lifetime to attend a school for magic, which he inadvertently stumbles into, he soon learns he's a magician. Not, the parlor card tricks kind of magician, but actual true magic. After he graduates, he finds himself with no purpose in life and spirals into a severe depression with no direction in his life. He becomes a drunk drug addict, spending all this time partying and really just getting nowhere in life. That is until Penny, his old school friend, or rather his frenemy, shows up and tells him he has a way to travel to a secret magical world through the use of a magical button. Quentin is obsessed with a childhood book series about the world of Fillory. And it's where an English family by the name of the Chatwins went through this magic closet and went on an adventure and became kings and queens of the land of Fillory. Sound familiar? Well, it should, because Fillory is basically Narnia. Sure, the names of the characters, places, and events, etc. have changed, but the premise is the same. Quentin goes with his friends to Fillory, where, you guessed it, he has adventures and learns he's to be a king along with his friends as kings and queens of Fillory. Of course, Fillory is not as nice as the books are portrayed, and a lot more dangerous and certainly much darker and more mysterious than he expected. But it turns out his dream of visiting Fillory for real turned into a nightmare when it came true. Now, the first half of this book was honestly kind of boring. Over the course of 200 pages, Quentin and his friends managed to go through 5 years of schooling in magic before heading off on their first adventure. The first half of this book went through a lot of time with not a lot happening. School, then depressing life trying to drown himself in his misery. And finally, after the first 200 pages, it finally gets on to some actual story. You could probably take the first half of this book, throw it out, and not miss anything of importance. This is not the only thing that's wrong with this book, however. As part of their schooling, they spent some time in Antarctica. One aspect of the description of their locale kind of annoys me, actually, and I know it's maybe a minor thing. However, the idea of a sunset and sunrise should not have been part of this aspect of the story. You see, when you're below the Antarctic Circle, there is not a daily sunrise or a daily sunset. You have polar day and polar night. The very concept is not accurate. You see, I have this problem because while the story is fictional, when stories and locations are based on real-world locations, the laws of nature don't simply cease to exist because the characters are magicians. Now, if there was some magical explanation written into the story as to why that was this way, that would have resolved this issue. But since that was not the case, this is kind of a problem for me because it demonstrates a writing that is logically false. The magic used in this book by the magicians, it seems, for the most part, was not much more than parlor tricks and rather weak magic compared to other fantasy novels. There did not seem to be much in the way of a magical system, knowledge, or use in this book, just basic elementary descriptions, and it really kind of failed to create any kind of idea or image in the mind of what this school was like or just how strong or powerful the magic was. With Harry Potter, for example, you spend so much time at Hogwarts as the setting for the story that you really were able to get a sense of the magical world you're surrounded with within the story. Not so much with the magicians and their magic school of breakbills. And it's not all bad, of course. The second half of the book did much better in developing and creating a story. The descriptions of their travel to and from Fillory and their adventures within that world was overall well done. Part of what I found fun about the latter half of the book was learning about the mysterious Beast and who he was, and the mysterious paramedic was at the beginning of the book as well. And I know I'm a sucker for disturbing story elements, so I have to admit I really like the cannibalism aspect with the Beast in this story. Overall, it was not bad, or at least not so bad that I would not read the other books, which I certainly am and will. but it was not so good that I would actively recommend it for anyone to read either. I just find that it draws way too much on ideas from Harry Potter and Narnia, and as a result, it lacks in originality as well as content. As for a rating on this, I'd give about 5 out of 10 because, well, the first half was good, but not the second half, and lacks in originality and world building and development. So 5 out of 10 bookworms is what it gets for me. I hope you enjoyed the review. And of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe and comment below. If you like what I have, definitely subscribe and comment below. Now, the next book, which I will be reviewing, will be the second book, The Magician King, in this series. So hopefully gets a little bit better, more entertaining, even if it is, drawing on ideas found in other best-selling fantasy series. But hopefully it will be a better review for that one. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching and have a great day.